It's dolphin season, guys, down here across the Florida Keys, really everywhere across South Florida. And you know, we're all going to be out there trolling, chunking, jumping around from weed line to weed line, looking for these dolphin. But along the way, chances are you're going to encounter some blackfin tuna offshore, especially here in the Keys. If you're fishing out by the humps, the Islamorada hump, of course, the world famous marathon hump. And a lot of the fishing that we do for these blackfins down here is jig fishing. So I want to share just a few tips with you that are going to keep you hooked up this spring and of course throughout the summer. First of all, understand that when we're jigging these blackfin tunas, it's a different ball game than slow pitch jigging, right? Different equipment, different jigs, and a different mindset. Now, could you slow pitch jig and catch the tunas? Of course you could. It's something that we've all probably done. We certainly have, and it's a really, really effective technique. But remember that there's a difference here, because for starters, we're fishing really deep water, sometimes 500, 800 feet, sometimes even deeper than that if you encounter some birds, working on some fish way offshore when you're looking for those dolphin. So you're not trying to fish on or anywhere near the bottom, right? So typically, when you're employing your regular slow pitch gear, we often fish right off the bottom. That's our strike zone. But with the blackfin tunas, it's much higher in the water column, higher up. So again, the tackle really differs. And I found for offshore fishing on the humps and under the birds, you can't beat a spinning outfit. You really can't. Not for those blackfins. It allows you to have a lot of control. It allows you to move that jig through the water column at a high rate of speed very easily. It's a great outfit for novices and experts alike. And again, there's a lot more leeway, a lot more give when it comes to targeting those blackfins on the jig. You don't need to be as dialed in, we'll call it, as the guys that are really technical slow pitch jig fishermen. With these blackfin tunas, look, if it's small, if it's shiny, okay, shimmering, if it's alive and moving through the water column, you're gonna catch them. They're gonna bite it, okay? They're gonna swallow it. They're gonna eat the whole thing. And that's another reason you'll see that we only have assist hooks on the top of the jig. We don't have any assist hooks on the bottom of the jig. You don't need them when you're targeting the blackfins, and you're gonna be better off without them, because a lot of times if you have those assist hooks on the bottom, you end up foul hooking the fish on the side of the head, on the body. So you've got a set of hooks in its mouth and another set on its body. You're now almost pulling that fish sideways. It extends the fight. It makes it even harder to land that fish. So again, you can certainly get away with just the one set of hooks. That's an important tip. You should remember that. Only for the jigs that you're targeting the blackfins. Small also. Once again, we're not trying to get the jig all the way down 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 feet, where we may need a 500-gram jig in certain scenarios. Here, I like to keep it light. I found that 150 to 200 grams is the perfect size for jig fishing the blackfins, and really any size blackfins, from the footballs, which is what we often encounter offshore, the fish in the 3 to 8 pound class, to even some of the big, butterballs that we call in the 25 to 35 pound range. So a small jig is key. As far as colors, look, anything that's shimmering, a little bit of glow works perfect. I've got a few different patterns here. They're all incredibly effective. I mean, just take a look at those. What do they look like also? You can see very long, streamlined, cut through the water easily, mimic a sardine, a ballyhoo, a wounded flying fish, and like I said, fished on the appropriate spinning outfit. Here we've got a Shimano Twin Power 8000, plenty of quality equivalent spinning reels out there. It's matched to a Chaos 6.6, or this is 6, or yep, 6.6 actually, not even, okay. Jigging rod, just a heavy duty jigging rod. Remember, you want something with a little bit more beef. Why? Sharks, especially out on the humps. You play a blackfin tuna for too long, he's gonna get eaten by sharks. So you need something that you can sock down the drag, 30-pound braid on the reel, 30-pound diamond braid, 40-pound diamond illusion fluorocarbon leader, no additional terminal tackle, tie that leader right to that jig right there. You don't need any wire, any swivels, anything. It's that simple. Drop it down a couple 100 feet, no more than that. Remember, those tunas are higher in the water column, feeding on the smaller bait fish. And using that spinning rod, just work it, let the jig do what it's supposed to do. This is a magic piece of metal. Bring it to life, keep it moving, and you're gonna get slammed. Finally, remember, avoid tackle and angler failure. Don't make any hastily moves that are gonna cost you quality fish. Take your time. Double check all of your connections, double check your drag, triple check your leader for frays after every fish. It's these small little things that are gonna make you more successful on the water.